we also care about rents. Talk to me about rents.
Yeah, so guess what, guys? Rents went up again in 2024. I feel like this is the one that I've had to get a little bit louder on that, guys, this is so normal. It is so normal for rents to go up. It's happened every year in Jacksonville since 1985. There's actually only one year that was an exception, and that was 2010. And that was during the Great Recession year. So every other year, rents have gone up. So let's just kind of like put that to the side. It is not normal. It's not just sort of beyond the on the defensive that they might go down or whatnot. Like, it's just so abnormal for that to happen. It can. I'm not saying it's impossible, but it is not normal. And of course, rents went up last year. But here's the thing. Last quarter, when we did the market update, I shared with you that we are in a soft rental market for single-family rental properties in Jacksonville. And rents have appreciated, but they've only appreciated less than 1%, which is below the norm for Jacksonville. So we are still in a soft rental market. But guys, this is one of the reasons I'm so excited to share this with you today. It's because it's heating up again, and I'm really excited about what's on the other side of a soft rental market.
Before I think anybody can believe you that it's heating up again, let's talk about this like soft rental market thing, right? Like why did it feel that way?
All right. So how did we get to a soft single-family rental market in Jacksonville in 2024? This is a slide that I shared in the last quarterly market update. And what I showed you was median rents and their appreciation for single-family and multifamily. So I separated it. And you can see that in 2022, single-family rents went up a ton, multifamily rents went up kind of at the normal level. 2023, things started to change. In 2023, multifamily rents went down over 4%. They declined over 4%. Median rents went up 1.5%. By 2024, that decline still was there for multifamily. And for single-family rents, as we just noted, single-family rents went up just less than 1%. Well, the reason why single-family rents are in a soft rental market is because of the glut of multifamily starts that happened from 2021 to 2023. So these single-family and multifamily are related, right? If you have a glut of multifamily properties that hit the market, that's going to increase supply substantially in a short amount of time. And it's really going to affect multifamily rents, but it's going to have an impact on single-family rents. And that's the reason that single-family rents have been in a soft market in 2024.
Got it. So the softness is attributed to multifamily rent starts.
Yes.
I assume that you have a counterpoint to that now.
Well, let's just take a look at what's happened in 2024. So for 2021 to 2023, there was a glut of money, and Jacksonville was like the darling market to build single-family and multifamily properties. But in multifamily, if you are the darling market and there's a ton of money, you can flip the supply a lot easier. You can bring a ton of units to market very quickly. And those units can also go away very quickly. It's like the decisions that money makes.
Yeah.
Well, so multifamily starts in Jacksonville in 2024 are actually down 76%. And they're expected to stay low from 2025 to 2028. Guys, this is the first time that I'm sharing this information with you. I'm going to be getting really, really loud about this graph right here, because when multifamily supply is really low for the next 3-4 years, what do you think that does to single-family properties?
I mean, I think all things equal, people rather have a single family property, right? So like if there isn't this like giant discount on multifamily, people are going to stick to wanting single family. And if there isn't this like bevy of offer in multifamily where it creates this overly competitive thing and they have to drop their prices, then single family is going to do even better than it normally does.
I mean, think about this, right? Multifamily starts last year and the years before were way up. You can see it on the graph. And we still had rents in single family appreciate. Imagine if you did not have that amount of multifamily supply reaching the market. You still have a ton of people living here that want to rent homes. So this is a great thing for all of us that own single family rental properties when we're thinking about rents going forward in 2025 and all the way through 2028.
Got it.
But then I said, all right, well, how does this compare with other places in Florida, right? Is this the only market this is happening? Because if people are thinking about moving and living and renting in a certain place in Florida, they have a few options. Well, guess what? Jacksonville's decrease in multifamily starts is very unusual for the state of Florida. Tampa had about 9,000 starts in 2023. They had about 7,000 starts in 2024, and they're expecting about 5,600 on average from 2025 to 2028. So they actually are going down a little bit, about 20% for their multifamily starts, but it's not like it's fallen off a cliff. Orlando and Miami are right about the same level of multifamily starts from 2025 to 2028. But look at Jacksonville. We're not expecting to have more than 2,000 starts ever from 2025 to 2028. We're going to average about 1,800 is what the projection is. That's 74% of a decrease in starts, and it's going to stay that way. So our risk of oversupply of the market from a multifamily perspective is a whole lot less here in Jacksonville compared to our sister cities in the state of Florida.
This just continues to reinforce my idea that Jacksonville will continue to be a single family home market, right? Like there is so many folks want to buy multifamily. They come looking for multifamily, but it's like here in this magical little spot where so many people want to live right now, single family continues to be the ruling asset class.
It is. And, the name of the game here is to make sure that you have positive cash flow in your properties.
Yeah.
We want to be in the game. We want these assets to pay for themselves. And we want to be in the game in a market like Jacksonville where it's going to grow. And that's how we really change people's lives through rental property investing. It doesn't work if properties don't have significant rental demand.
Yep.
And this slide and the slide previously show us that we're in a position of strength as single family rental property owners. Don't have to worry about multifamily having the same effect that it started to have over the last few years as far as bringing us into that soft rental market status.
Makes sense.
Yep. And here's what the data looks like, JWB internally, and the best data that I can get on the for rent inventory level. It's really hard to get for rent inventory. It's not as simple as just pulling it off the MLS. So what I did is I pulled for rent listings on HotPad, Zillow, and Trulia, and I did it at different points in time, January of this year, February, and March. And what we've seen in February and March is a 10.6% decrease in the number of listings. 1 month, we saw a 10.6% decrease in the number of listings. That helps our ability from a macro perspective to rent your homes. And so that's what we've seen internally for JWB. JWB, and this is just through March 8th, but we'd rented 359 homes from January 1st through March 8th of this year. That is up 26% over year of just last year. That is the most by far that we have ever rented in our company history through this far through the year. So 26% year over year growth. There's the macro that is moving in our direction. Micro, I can't wait to share more about what we're doing internally to continue to help rent your homes more. But guys, this is a really good time to be renting a home.
Is it fair to say that this idea that home showings being up even more than homes rented is like a leading indicator that there's going to be even more homes rented?
I probably wouldn't. I mean, home showing data is week by week. I mean, we have consistently seen home showings data go up and up and up. I wouldn't say it's a leading indicator because people are looking at homes like a day before they go and rent it.
Okay.
But what I can tell you is that home showings are consistently up, right? They've doubled. We have doubled our home showings year over year. Yep. So it is another great stat just to show that people are excited about renting homes now, even more than they were a year ago. And, you don't have the glut of multifamily supply weighing it down.
Got it.